We're delighted that you've joined us for the 49th episode of the Barcelona Virtual Podcast on European marketing and innovation. As we enjoy these first spring breezes, prepare for an equally refreshing edition, with invigorating new ideas.
Oh, I like that intro, Sonia. Nice. And you're spot on. As we continue our series on European innovators, we'll talk today with a CEO whose company is breathing new life into e-commerce.
And I do hope our listeners will remember the program notes for this episode, which is Season 5, Episode 3. They'll find them at our blog, at blog.bvirtual.com.
I must say, Paul, this episode's title caught my attention from the start. Transparency and trust in e-commerce. Carrie should like that as well.
That's true, George. I've been looking forward to chatting with Jonathan ever since I saw this episode's outline.
Well, Carrie, as I've said before, after all these years, I am certain that many of our listeners worldwide are very appreciative of your own concerns about privacy and the balance between technology and human values.
This might be off point a bit, but I still have to smile about that time, back in 2021, when Leslie unplugged her Alexa and locked it in a closet, due to her fears about data tracking and eavesdropping by Jeff Bezos.
And even if you boys thought that amusing, she had my full support.
I listened to that episode, Fear of Alexa, from Season 3. It was pretty funny, but I also think that you ladies had a point.
We most certainly did. I truly feel that many companies get somewhat drunk off the power of technology, and many brands are quick to forget that it's all about the relationship where consumers are concerned. It's about trust.
I agree. That's the perfect key word, as it were, for this episode. Trust. However, our guest also prizes another of your favorite words, Carrie, so much so that it's become part of his company's DNA.
I'm liking him more by the minute. And which word would that be?
Empathy.
The following content is brought to you by the BV Innovation Lab. Voice services, AI, virtual reality, and neuromarketing are only a few of the ways we help you innovate in a safe space. To learn more, go to lab.bvirtual.com. That's lab.bvirtual.com. At the BV Innovation Lab, we bring you the future today.
Caleb, could you please set up this interview with your usual backgrounder?
I'll be glad to. We'll be talking with Jonathan Newman, CEO of Motive, a completely cookieless e-commerce search and discovery solution that's really attracting attention. He has an extensive European and international track record in the area of multinational e-commerce and digital transformation.
That's correct, with previous senior executive leadership roles for global brands such as Office Depot, Belkin, Ingram Micro, and others. Jonathan, it's a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Thanks, Paul. It's really great to be here, and thank you for inviting me along to talk about what we're doing at Motive.
Well, to begin with, could you tell us about your company, your vision, and exactly how it was born from its sister firm, Empathy.co? It seems to me that you're reinventing e-commerce in important ways, optimizing relevance while respecting privacy at the same time. Tell us more.
Well, Motive was born out of the realization that something's broken in online retail. We've lost trust. Retailers have been sold this myth that there are guaranteed outcomes from harvesting personal data, from spying on customers. But it's just not true. There are no guaranteed outcomes, well, other than spying destroys trust. We've also lost the human element of shopping in favour of something just transactional. We're seeing the joy removed. Shopping's supposed to be fun. We want to bring that joy back into the shopping experience.
I very much like your mention of joy and fun just now. So important in human interactions. How does that dovetail into the idea of empathy?
Our parent company, Empathy, has more than a decade's experience providing search and discovery solutions for some of the world's largest brands. With Motive, we've decided to take on these challenges and to try and fix retail by re-establishing trust and by focusing on creating exceptional experiences, by creating joy. We're bringing the know-how of enterprise e-commerce search and discovery to retailers of any size. Motive's already proven this approach drives growth for our customers. Fundamentally, we're here to help our customers grow.
Jonathan, I've seen your customer reviews and they're quite positive, especially like this one from Koala, an online gourmet food and wine site. And I quote here, "From our first weeks using Motive, we've seen longer browsing time at the online store for customers using the search and a higher percentage of add to carts. User experience and sales are very important indicators of success."
Well, yeah, I've been really pleased with the feedback from our customers. It's great to hear them telling us we're doing things right. Fundamentally, Motive Commerce Search is a no-code search and discovery platform that our customers can add to their e-commerce store in just a few minutes. We're focused on making Motive available for as many businesses as possible, so we've made it incredibly easy to implement and easy to use.
Jonathan, George here. Others talk about it being cool and beautiful, that it elevates the shopping experience. So, how does Motive work in an average online purchase, for example? What makes the experience so different, so special?
As we've thought about the features of Motive, we've gone back to the fundamentals of retail. We're taking inspiration from the things that great retailers do in store, and then we're bringing that to life online. Think about the shop assist at the physical store. Their job is to engage with the customer, to guide them through the shopping process. Motive Commerce Search fulfills that same role online. Motive customers have an incredibly powerful search engine and then the tools to bring their business knowledge to life in the way search results are determined and presented. This combination of technology working in partnership with the shop owner results in an incredibly relevant search experience, and shoppers love it.
When you speak about the shopping experience, how do you envision it? What does that look like to you?
Ultimately, shopping's an aspirational process. When we're shopping, we're imagining versions of our future selves. We think this should be a joyful process online, just as it is in great retail stores. And one more thing about how Motive works. We're focused on leveling the playing field. By leveraging the experience of our parent company, Empathy, we're able to take e-commerce technology that has historically been exclusive to the very largest brands and bring it to everyone.
Jonathan, I think boring e-commerce experiences have a lot to do with the American model. Sites like Amazon back in the 90s, 1-800-Flowers, Walmart.com, traditional e-commerce like that. So, how have you approached it differently? To innovate.
Our approach to innovation starts with Empathy's approach to open innovation. It's one of our great passions, and it's something that really makes us different in the market. In short, we focus on the customers we serve and their unsolved problems. By focusing on the customer, we know that we're starting with an idea that's likely to have market fit.
You know, a customer focus sounds like a no-brainer, at least to us, but it's practically cliche in business. Now, don't worry, Jonathan, I believe you, yet so many companies say it and even fewer actually do it. But by the way, that said, you did say something just now that I really like and I totally agree with. And that is that if one is really solving unsolved problems, then from an investment point of view, you're more likely to have a market fit.
Paul, forgive me for cutting in here. It's just that the pragmatic side of things always interests me. You know how I am. That's why I'm interested in the nuts and bolts, as Caleb would say. At Motive, how do you organize innovation, if you know what I mean?
We create a small multidisciplinary team, product manager, a designer, a few developers, and we empower them to rapidly iterate on potential solutions. These teams are autonomous, and they're given some space to prove out their ideas. Then in guide rails, they must honor our 3 core values of trust, understanding, and joy. And of course, they have to solve a real customer problem in a way that results in product market fit.
Interesting. Please go on.
Motive Commerce Search is the productization of this process. We identified a market need for a privacy-first e-commerce search and discovery product, something that creates exceptional shopping experiences. We iterated through the open innovation process. We saw proof of market fit, and we continued to increase our investment.
It's hard to believe that we're already in the final segment. Still, I have a feeling there's a bit more to discover. As you know, our audience is global. We're being heard right now by quote-unquote friends and fans of innovation, we could say, from the four corners of the world. That said, how do you inform your team about unique needs in different markets and cultures? Partners?
About a year ago, it was clear that Motive had a really bright future and needed to operate as a standalone business. And since then, we've just continued to go from strength to strength. As we grow, we're doing two things. We're building an international team, and we're building partnerships with digital agencies that share our vision and our values. This approach has allowed us to build a strong base in Spain and to expand into Portugal, Italy, and now into the UK.
Is there anything you would advise to other e-commerce companies for the online sales profession?
One thing that's clear to me is that we need to focus on helping our customers grow. Everything we do needs to enable their growth and their success. Honestly, we need to truly understand the challenges that are holding them back, and we need to work with them to address those challenges.
I will admit, I did come into the studio fairly predisposed to like you and your vision, because of shared values.
I believe this intense focus on listening to our customers and partnering with them to make them successful is key as we expand.
That's a big order. It's ambitious.
If we're listening and focusing to our customers, focusing on their growth, then we've got to be on the right track.
Yes, it is ambitious. I do believe that we need more companies like yours, Jonathan, with this same vision and a very strong focus on the people on the other end of the screen. Thanks for coming.
Yes, indeed. Thanks for your valuable time and for sharing the story of Empathy.co and Motive with our worldwide audience. And to thank you, I have a surprise for you and even for the team. What they don't know is that I made a test visit to one of your Motive clients, that gourmet food and wine store in Asturias. And I ordered some wonderful Spanish vermouth and gourmet snacks. So here's to your health, Jonathan, and to a more transparent and trust-based e-commerce.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Chin chin.
Remember to check out our other flash briefings in the podcast section of our blog. Many of the episodes include very interesting chats with European innovators and entrepreneurs. Till then, goodbye from Spain.
This flash briefing is brought to you by Barcelona Virtual, a European internet pioneer. To visit us, type the letter B together with virtual.com. That's bvirtual.com.